Rewind the video.
Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic. Now, scouting has a lot of different skills that we can all learn and all use in our day-to-day lives, but two that spring to mind are teamwork and leadership. Teamwork, obviously, gaining that knowledge to work together, whether it's in a patrol, in a six, or in a leadership team, or district, etc., etc. And leadership is actually taking charge and running with an idea or running with a way forward. These two principles are, in my eyes, sometimes the best thing that starts your scouting journey. Without it, sometimes it can fail very hard. And I'm very honoured that this month I have an exceptional co-host who not only is a great team player and can be seen by obviously the things that he's done, but also he's a great leader. I wonder who my co-host is going to be this month.
Hi, my name is Tim Kidd. I'm UK Chief Commissioner, and this is my 60-second Scouter.
3, 2, 1.
What's the most essential item you pack on a camp that's unusual?
That's unusual. My gosh. So my most essential item, which says more about me than about whether it is essential or not, is my CK1 aftershave, because I always feel that I've even put some on to do this recording with you. Even though we are separated by electronics, I still think I'm not quite ready until I've got that on.
What is the best baked goods that you can do last minute, but it always goes down a treat?
It's always going to be my chocolate brownies, but I make them gluten-free. So they're made, not because I'm gluten-free, but because then more people can enjoy them. And they're made from ground almonds and xanthan gum.
What got you involved in scouting?
A lot of people's experiences. It was my mother. I'm a twin, and she sent me and my twin off to Cub Scouts. I thought for many, many years it was to make sure we developed, physically, intellectually, socially, and spiritually, that we integrated and so on. Apparently, many, many years later, when I spoke to her, it's because we were very noisy at home and she wanted us out of the house.
What's your most defining moment as UK Chief Commissioner?
May I have two?
Yes.
And so my favourite one of all, the most defined me as a UK Chief Commissioner, was being asked to present someone's, a young lad's Silver Chief Scouts Award. And I just said yes, but what I hadn't realised was that we were going to do this at the nearby adventure park on the so-called death drop. So just after breakfast, this thing winched us to the top. And as it descended, leaving my stomach somewhere mid-air, I had to present this badge. But in terms of a really serious answer, in terms of what is a UK Chief Commissioner all about, and what are we trying to achieve in terms of trying to focus where we're going as a movement in the UK, and that has got to be Summit in 2017, the start of our 5-year strategic plan, where we came along with some ideas and some broad thoughts, and then over a weekend with district and county youth commissioners, district commissioners, county commissioners, GSLs, 700 plus people in the auditorium, we together shaped stuff, and things came out of that were I'd never even thought we might do, so it was a genuine shaping by the movement that said these are the right things to be doing. Everybody else thought this was very, very funny. Create an environment that is open, allow young people to be themselves, and you as adults to be yourself. And you just don't know, and it's just, it's absolutely astonishing. But everybody can make their own minds up, to be honest. And I don't mind whether they, what they say, because it's their view and their view counts for them.
So thanks again for answering our questions. So how are you today?
I'm feeling pretty good, thank you very much, actually. Yeah, and you?
I'm all right, thank you very much. Yeah,
good. Good.
It's been a long day, but it's been nice to listen to obviously your stories and your passion about everything. So yeah, it's been uplifting. So thank you.
Very good.
So my co-hosts for 69 months now have all taught me a scouting skill. And you've obviously done you probably know that many different skills from that many different walks of life and Zoom calls that you've been on and like sort of anything like that. So what are you going to teach me and everyone else?
So this is a very, very, very old skill. I first came across it as a scout leader, as a challenge to scouts in a patrol, and they were given a postcard and told to get their whole patrol through the postcard, and that was what they're told to do. Now, some of you may have done this before. Now, I went shopping for postcards,
Oh, did you?
and I've got to say, now, what really impresses me about these is I was really impressed because just to make sure you don't misunderstand what they are, they've got written on them postcard.
Yeah,
just in case you.
Mine don't have that. Mine just.
You see, that could be anything. That could be a hedgehog, right? You just no idea. But this one, it's clear. It's a postcard, right? So
do you tell the scouts, or do you just like sort of give them it and hope for the best that they can figure it out?
You give it to them and hope for the best and see what happens. It's usually carnage.
Do you give them anything else then? Do you just, or
yes.
do you just? Oh right, okay. So what do you usually? So you give them some scissors. I have some scissors. 1 second.
Do you know, some people. The professionalism of some of these things, isn't it? I just, goodness knows. Excellent, right? I said nothing whilst you were. Here's what you do. So you take the postcard like this and you fold it lengthways in half. The secret of this is, I've got to hold this up, is that you have to cut it and you're going to be cutting it down and then up and down and then up and then down and then up. And you have to start from the right place. So from the folded edge, so cutting from the folded edge, you take a thin strip and you cut it up to the open edge, but you don't go all the way. You stop just, that's not far enough. You stop just at the edge. So you see that? So I've cut it up like that.
Yeah, okay.
And then, so it's still held on, right? Otherwise it just falls off, which doesn't really help.
Yeah, so I've done the same there.
Yeah, that's it. And then you turn it round and you now chop the next slice from the open end to nearly the folded end.
Right. Oh, so a similar thing. So how close together do they have to be? Oh, right, okay.
The closer they are, the bigger circle you end up with when you open it up.
Right. Okay.
The further apart they are, the easier it is to do.
Right, okay.
So you keep doing that. Now you've taken your eye off the ball. So here's one I made earlier.
Wow, I did not see that one coming.
so you just cut that, and you have to make sure that each end that your cut has the loop that's together.
Each end has to start with you cutting on the folded end, then, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Right, okay. So this one's now got a folded end at the top there, and all the way here to a folded end at the top here, right?
Right, okay.
So that's, there we go. Right. Now, you've now got to open it up. So in order to open this up, you're going to cut it on the fold, but not on the first two. Otherwise, it'll fall to bits.
Oh, right, okay.
So you just go along, cutting. You can open it up if you want to. It's a bit quicker, probably.
Because I've never done this. I've heard of it, but I've never actually done it myself.
So what you're going to do is cut along. So let me just show that. If you opened up the card again, let me just see if we can open it up, because it just takes a little bit of doing. So there we go. We're opening up each of the sides so that all the way down it's open. So you see that you opened it up there. This top one, we don't cut, but then we cut the middle of the other ones, making sure they stay, it's right in the middle. So the edges are still held together.
Right.
So you go all the way down, doing that. And you can see already it's beginning to open up into a circle.
Oh,
well,
okay. Yeah.
A splodge, I think, might be a better description, mightn't it?
I'm at your point. So I don't cut the first one and I don't cut the last one, but it's the...
But you cut the middles, but making sure the two sides stay together. You don't want to chop it too much. You've got it right in the middle. So the edges are held together still. This is a very useful activity, of course. You can think of lots of uses for this, can't you?
Exactly. Yeah, but I think there's been so many times, especially me as a cub leader, where I've told my cubs to do this, but I haven't showed them how. And it's more intriguing to actually see how they come together and actually go, oh, well, you do this. Or can you do that? Or, you know, and they're actually discussing it. Whereas as a leader, you're automatically wanting to tell them exactly how to. And it's like, no, actually, they can work it out together and,
try things out.
Yeah.
You'll need quite a few postcards so they can try things out. And then, because I've cut all the way through the middle, you then just open it up and it turns like a big necklace.
Wow. And then you can
walk through it.
I cannot wait to try this out. This is, I'm nearly there. Oop.
So there we go. It's a very simple, once you know how. It's quite good at testing your coordination, patience. And so it just becomes a bigger and bigger. There you go. So
wow. So can you do this with, if you don't have postcards, for example, can you do it with anything else?
Well, it's just postcardy sort of size, really. A piece of A4 cut in half to A5, and then use those. That will do. You'll just get a bigger. This A5 is bigger than this, but so you can just use a bit of card.
Here we go. Now, I'm excited about this, because if this doesn't work, it's not my fault. I'm blaming you.
You always blame the person who's showing you. That's the way it works.
Well, I think. Have I got these? Some of these are like sort of sticking together.
Yeah. It just ends up.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Oh, I am impressed with this.
But I mean, trying to think of a practical application for it is a little more difficult, has to be said.
It's more about, I think it's not a practical application. It's more about actually what they do communication-wise, in...
So you could do it in a number of ways. You could show people how to do it and then say, right, can you do this carefully enough to have a go?
I can feel it. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go, you see. There you go. Or you could just say to them, here's some scissors, here's some postcards, get your patrol through the postcard and see what happens. One of the things is that if you know it, you know it. But with a bunch of kids, if they haven't seen it before, watching them problem solve it, and then if they're not sure and they've tried a few things, then you can just say, well, here's a starting point. What else do you think you're going to do? And off they go. But even then, once they all have a go, it will be quite good in terms of testing their sort of manipulation skills, manual dexterity, and all those sorts of things. So there you go. So there is a
Christmas decorations.
Useless skill.
Isn't a useless skill? I think this is a great skill, and I think it's fantastic. So I do like it. Thank you. That's nice.
Excellent. Well, there you go.
Yeah. And also, this is it. Trimmings. Christmas decorations.
Yes. Yeah. The whole thing. Whole 9 yards.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. So you guys have been doing some amazing things, whether you're out camping, whether you're back zooming, or whether you're out and about. So these are the photos that you guys sent to us last month. Here we go.
Well, those were absolutely fabulous, brilliant stuff. So for more of you budding people out there with photographs and pictures and things to send in, please send them through Facebook, Twitter or Instagram to Scoutadelic, and you could be on next month's video. So
it's part of the show where we play a game of host v co-host. Now, so far, my co-hosts have level pegged. So it is.
Well, this is a chance for you to zoom ahead, I suspect.
I'm kind of hoping so, but I also think that you might actually have something in the bag. I think that you've got something in there, and I'm going to find out, and I'm going to be like, oh, this is going to be easy, and then this is it. So we're going to play a game of Scout tennis. So the idea is simple. There are 6 categories that I've got down here. We pick a category, and say for that category is pies. I would then go apple, and you would obviously choose a pie, and we'd go backwards and forwards until either someone takes longer than 5 seconds. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
Or someone repeats. All right. So if you repeat something I've said, or I repeat something that you've said, then that's it out as well.
So it's like a ping pong / tennis type thing. Okay.
Kind of, indeed, yeah. And the 5 seconds the other person has to count. Because I lost last time to my co-host, I'm going to choose first. So I'm going to roll a dice.
Yep.
So it's a nice 6-sided dice. It's not going to be a cheating one. So I'm going to roll that, and it is a 5.
It is a 5 indeed.
So that is number 5 there, and it is animals found in a wood. Okay. So I'm going to start first. So I'm going to go with a badger.
Woodlouse.
Squirrels.
I was going to say squirrel. A pigeon.
Ooh, an owl.
A deer.
A fox.
A muntjac.
Ooh, okay. A bear.
A hare.
Ooh, then a rabbit. I'm sure they're 2 different species.
They are the size of the ears. A spider.
Ooh, okay. A hawk. Don't think we've had that.
Oh no, we haven't had a hawk so far. That's very good. Very good. A cricket.
Oh, okay. A frog. I'm sure you get like sort of toads and frogs in things.
Oh no, you said frog, so I'll say toad.
Oh, okay. A rat. A rat. You get rats in the woods.
And voles.
Okay.
But that's just assuming there's some water going through the wood, all right? Take liberties.
Yeah, we're adding more to this. Oh goodness me. And I'm slightly glad that you're not counting, because that's always a good sign.
1,
no.
2,
just a
3.
I'm trying to think of all the
4.
Otters.
5.
You have otters.
Oh.
I'm sure you have an otter.
Oh.
I was just thinking of scouting patrols. Then that's how I had to do it.
Otters. Okay. In which case we're going to go for.
I'm slightly glad you counted really slow for me, so I appreciate that. But I never gave you that. So there we are. So I'm taking that one.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly good. Yeah, you can win.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So you've got a choice now of 1 to 6, but obviously 5's been taken.
Oh well, 3.
So number 3. So I'm not cheating. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, scouting roles. You must know many.
Scouting roles.
Yes.
Oh my God! There's 1,270 of them.
Then there we are. I don't know that many. So if you don't win this, there's something.
Okay, president.
Oh, a group scout leader.
Vice president.
Okay, assistant group scout leader. If we're gonna go that way, then.
Group occasional helper.
Ooh, a Cub Scout leader.
Assistant district commissioner brackets general duties brackets off.
Ooh, okay, a Beaver Scout leader. You can see
assistant county commissioner for Explorer Scouts.
Ooh, okay, a scout leader.
Okay, a deputy county commissioner.
A Explorer Scout leader. I am slowly but surely narrowing my roles down.
A county commissioner.
A district commissioner. Have we had that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
A deputy district commissioner.
Oh, that was the one you knew I was going to go on next. An area commissioner. I do believe Wales have area commissioners rather than county commissioners.
They do. So in which case, deputy area commissioner, clearly.
Isn't there a UK chief commissioner? I'm sure there must be.
Plonker, I've heard. Yes, you can have that one.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I will raise you with an assistant group scout leader.
I had an assistant group scout leader.
Did you? Rewind the video.
Assistant group scout leader. If we're going to go that way, then
2-0 to you.
2-0 to me. That's it. That is a win. So, thanking you. I'm quite impressed with that. I thought you were really gonna sort of go for that, and
I was being kind, clearly.
You are. I appreciate that so much, because I know for a fact if I had lost, it would be a struggle for me to win by the end of the year. So
that's fine. So hopefully you can.
Yeah.
I've given you that. I've given you the chance to win.
That's
How
your-
selfless of me.
That's your good deed of the day, is it?
Yeah. Good deed of the year.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so that is the end of our show. But we should say huge thanks to Mike for being Scoutadelic all through last year and keeping everybody going and happy and amused and keeping us all excited, interested in scouting. So thank you very much, Mike, for that.
Oh, thank you. Well, don't forget to obviously like this video and like all of the other videos that we have, because we've got tons of videos if you're struggling for ideas for activities, both indoors, outdoors, and on Zoom. So there's full playlists for you. Also, a big thanks to our patrons who help us out throughout all this time. So that's Belinda, Mark, Heather, Marcus, Percy, Joseph, Lara, Irvin, Martin, Roger, Mark, and Steve. And if you've got this far in the video, comment below with #TeamOrange.
And above all else, don't forget to be more than a little Scoutadelic.
Bye.